Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 3 in this Best of 5 series. Nercio spawning as the blue Zerg on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Kaz yet to be on the board as he is down 0-2, spawning in the top left. Now, what are we going to be seeing from both of these players at this point? I gotta believe that Nercio feels very confident with a 2-0 lead, knowing that he doesn't have to take that many chances. We're perhaps going to see some conservative gameplay from him, just in case Kaz tries to do anything majorly aggressive. Meanwhile, Kaz has to balance between trying something new with trying something he's good at. He's tried to do a proxy 2 racks, that didn't work. He tried to do a command center first and then do a drop. That didn't work. Now he's mulling over in his head, figuring out what he can do, and we may see a reactor Hellion expansion try and slow down Nercio's economic game. That would be my guess at this point, as Nercio has yet to place down any buildings as of yet. Let's take a look as Nercio is moving across with these overlords. And I really like what Nercio is doing here. I do believe that this is the tournament edition of Star Station, forcing cross spawns, but Nercio is purposely flying in locations where there could be proxy 2 racks. This overlord here, I am rather curious as to why he is flying it down in this location as opposed to flying it into here. It would actually be a much better route for him to take, as this overlord's ultimate destination is going to be off to the north right here. So perhaps he's trying to take a different route to get inside the natural expansion or the third base location, making sure that an overlord is not lost in the process. Now, Nercio, is he going to be going for the extractor trick? Nope, he is not. He is just building an extractor the old-fashioned way by sacrificing a drone. You can see that the extractor will get completed here in just a moment, as the drones are just still mining away. So far, SCV making its rounds will go ahead and build and finish off this wall off here, as we should be seeing a command center and a reactor added on here. Now, out of all of the openings, I gotta believe that Nercio... What is this? A Reaper? Alright, so I take it back. It is not going to be reactor Hellions as I originally expected. It is going to be instead Reapers, and Reapers are a bit of a hit and miss. And with the queens being as strong as they are now, actually outranging or having the same range as a Reaper. The Reaper range got upgraded from 4.5 to 5, I believe. No way to easily check that there. As the Reaper now making its way down over here, gonna perhaps spot one drone. Most likely, Nercio is just gonna try to grow up to be an extractor. There it is. As you can see, another drone may get taken down there. Oh, there it is, as the Zerglings are suffering a little bit of damage. All right, can the Reaper finish it off? No, it is not. The Queen is now out, and, well, the Reaper does get his Zergling, as the Reaper now hiding off to the north. Not even hiding, just in plain sight there, as a new Reaper now coming over as well. The Reaper needs to be very careful. Kaz backing off with the lower hit point Reaper, as Nercio does, I believe, use the extractor trick to try to get an additional drone count there, as the Reapers are now backing away. There is an overlord here. Kaz does spot it. He has not brought Marines over as of yet, as we are going into reactor Hellions now, but I can't imagine that it's going to be all that effective. The Reapers are a very expensive unit. 25 minerals, 20 or 50 minerals, 50 gas for not a lot of not a lot of bang for the buck. It's kind of like having, or the staying power is having as many as 2 zealots on the field, and it doesn't really look like it's gonna stand up to even say 4 Zerglings. It has to be microed. Oh, is it gonna get a drone in the process? Yes, it will. Its movement speed is perhaps its one saving grace in addition to the jetpacks and the cliff. It's just that their damage and DPS is so incredibly low now that it doesn't really feel like they can do much more besides harassing. All right, there you go. Oh, Hellions getting to get torched there. Is it going to do enough damage? Wow, some of those Zerglings did not get taken down, and that was a big surprise. As you can see that some of the Zerglings are getting taken down here. Meanwhile, the Hellion now being brought over, going to finish off the last of the Zerglings off to the north. You can see that there is one Zergling trying to finish off a poor SCV. who is just trying to do some work. Overlord now being pushed back. You can see 2 Reapers, 3 Hellions, perhaps willing to work together. And now we see a Roach Roaring come in from Nercio. This makes a lot of sense. Roaches, very, very effective against Reapers and also against Hellions. Roaches with that high burst damage with a relatively slow attack means that they can kind of kite the Reaper themselves. Also, their heavier armor at a base 1 already means that the Reaper's damage is already falling off by 25%. So a lot of things in favor for those Roaches. We'll see if those Roaches do make their way out, as Nercio is allowing this hatchery to take a lot of damage to buy himself time. He's not overreacting. He knows that he can cancel it. He knows he has plenty of time to do so, as the Zerglings are just going to try and run in and take down a lot of these SCVs. SCVs and mules just absolutely destroyed there. Are we going to see some more SCVs getting taken down? It looks like we will, as Kaz worker kill count already up to 6. This is looking very strong for him. Now up to 7. As we can see that there is 1 Marauder there. 1 SCV apparently didn't get the memo to get out of the mineral line, walks straight into it, and does get destroyed. Nercio sitting on a 55 drone to 33 SCV advantage, and I believe we can already see how things are going to be falling apart. Kaz doesn't have the economy. He is now starting his 1-1 upgrades behind his opponent. Roaches are now making their way out, and Hellions and Reapers are just not strong enough here. We can see that there are a whole bunch of Overlords all across the map, a couple of Roaches in position, and they are going to try and shoot down this Hellion. The Hellion down to 19 hit points as another round of Roaches does arrive. Drones don't have burrow. You can see that the Queen is out and about now, as the Queen does get off some easy shots there, perhaps get off some shots onto some of these units. 1 poor drone may get taken down. No, it will not. Worker kill count up to 3, but still it is 3 bases against 2. 66 workers compared to 42, with 7 more drones on the way. Now, Nercio's macro has really been phenomenal throughout this series. He's perhaps missed an inject or 2 at the most, but he's been able to just constantly train up a lot of units and get a large number of drones. You can see that he's already at 72 drones by the 11-minute mark, and if he chooses to, he can just try and saturate this base for gas. This would make the most amount of sense at this point, as Nercio already has plenty of minerals all over the place, sitting at 19 over 24. Here he is sitting at 15 over 24 and 16 over 24. No, he is not getting this geyser. It looks like he wants the extra minerals from this base, and perhaps that's because he's going into a heavier Roach composition. You can see that the Roaches are now making their way over. The Roaches do deal a lot of damage. That range of 4, very effective against those Hellions who do need a lot of time to stop before they can shoot. What is this? Rapid regeneration while burrowed. No burrow research, unfortunately, for those Roaches at all, as they would regenerate rather quickly while sticking their head in the sand. Marauders now making their way over. Are they going to be able to take this down? It looks like the Roaches are there with movement speed upgrade. Medevac now trying to drop up onto the high ground. It looks, no, not the high ground, dropping onto the low ground here. The Marauders and the Roaches now going to be forced to fight onto the high ground. More Roaches have arrived. They are dropping in the corner. The Roaches see them now, and there's the engagement. 1 Roach, or 1 Marauder quickly destroyed, as I need to take care of something real fast. Hold on. Alright, so Roaches still hiding back over here. You can see that the Medevacs want to do another drop. Hellions, Marines, and a Marauder. Widow Mine not even burrowed. Oh, what is going on here? That Widow Mine, apparently someone needs to fix the AI on it. When you're getting attacked by Zerglings, hide. Roaches now coming back over here. Marines dropping in from the sky, but not really making much of a difference as the Medevacs now pull back. Roaches doing a straight up attack inside the 3rd, as the Roaches are now just pursuing after those Marauders. Widow Mine hits do come across, but it does take quite a large amount of time before they are going to hit again. Those Marauders simply not enough right now, as the Roaches are still getting some big hits. There you go. Some more attacks coming in. SCVs now being brought over. Another drop down here at the 6. Roach is now retreating as the Zerglings did get a little bit of damage there. Meanwhile, the Marines all melting away from from Banelings, as the Banelings on a roll heading off to the north. Banelings now capturing and walling off all of the Marauders and the Marines. The Widow Mines get off some huge hits though. They do take a lot of damage from those Baneling splash. As you can see, the remaining Roaches and Banelings have arrived to the party. It looks like things will be going from bad to worse here in just a second. They could just detonate straight up next to that starport, take down everything here, and perhaps take down a couple of the reactors. Reactors are on fire. They're getting destroyed. And let's take a look at this here still. More and more barracks still trying to train up more units. There are simply too many Roaches. There are some mules trying to come down in, but I do not believe Kaz has enough gas left in the tank to finish off what Nercio has accomplished. He's built a rather large army. This army is difficult to stop, especially with these high armor Roaches. 3 armor on these Roaches. The Marauders with 2 upgrades still not standing up to the fight well enough here, as we are looking at all of these units come back around. Oh, there is a Widow Mine, and there it goes an Overseer taking the blunt of that shot there. More and more Widow Mines will get taken down, and the war of attrition looks like Kaz will be out of this game in just a moment. Even if Kaz somehow was able to fight back this entire actually small Roach army, there's an even larger Roach army coming in from behind. All right, Widow Mine hits. Widow Mine hits, still just whittling away at all of these Roaches. SCVs now being brought over. It looks like this will be Kaz's last stand. Perhaps more and more of the Marines are coming out just to be underneath a medevac. Each Marine having their own medevac pilot to take care of him, but still not enough love. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 3 of this Best of 5 series. Nercio taking it in a straight 3-0 victory.